chapter number or name of chapter normal properties of matter. And next topic today we discuss heat transfer. Today we discuss a new topic, that is heat transfer, or it is also called transformation of heat. We know that the heat is transferred high temperature N to low temperature N. The heat or amount of heat energy is transferred high temperature N to low temperature N, or we say that hot N to cold N. उष्णता किंवा एनर्जी और हीट जास्त टेम्परेचर असलेल्या भागाकडून कमी टेम्परेचर असलेल्या भागाकडे ती वाहत जाते किंवा त्याचा फ्लो असतो, किंवा उष्ण टोकाकडून ती थंड टोकाकडे उष्णता जाते. This phenomenon is called heat transfer or transformation of heat. The heat is transferred high temperature N, or we say that hot N, to low temperature N, that is cold N. That transformation of heat, or this is called heat transfer or transformation of heat. The transformation of heat are of three types. First, conduction of heat. The heat transformation or transformation of heat are of three types. First is conduction of heat. Second, convection of heat, and third type is radiation of heat. There are three modes of transformation of heat. The first is called radiation of heat. Second is called convection or convection of heat, and third type is called radiation of heat. Now today we study the conduction of heat. Conduction of heat. In conduction of heat, or for conduction of heat, we need any type of material medium. We need the material medium. The conduction of heat, it is a process by which the heat flows from. It is a process. It is a process in which heat flows from the hot end to cold end, hot end to cold end, of a solid body, of a solid body without any net bodily movement of the particle. Movement of the particles. The conduction of heat is the process in which heat flows from hot end to cold end of solid body, actually without any net bodily movement of the particle of the given body. That process or this transformation of heat is called conduction of heat. The conduction of heat is mostly observed in solid material. The conduction of heat is, or the property of conduction of heat, the first property is we need the material media, and second property, it is a slow process. The mode of transformation of heat, that is conduction of heat, is a slow process, and for conduction of heat we need the material medium, mostly the solid material medium. This is the conduction of heat. Now, those material those solid substance or material, which conduct heat easily. The solid material or those solid material which conduct heat easily is called good conductor of heat. It's called good conductor of heat. For example, those material or those substance which can be conduct heat easily, that material is called good conductor of heat. जे मटेरियल उष्णता सहज वाहून नेतं त्या मटेरियलला म्हणायचं गुड कंडक्टर ऑफ हीट. Those materials, for example, the silver, copper, aluminium, brass, these are the examples of good conductor of heat. Also, those material or those substance which cannot conduct heat easily, is called bad conductor of heat. Bad conductor of heat. असं मटेरियल की जे उष्णता वाहून नेत नाही, अशा मटेरियलला म्हणायचं बॅड कंडक्टर ऑफ हीट. Those material or substance which cannot conduct heat easily, that material is called the bad conductor of heat. For example, wood is the bad conductor of heat. Also air, paper, clothes, these are the example of bad conductor of heat. Also, the good conductor of heat is also the good conductor of electricity. This good conductor of the good conductor material called good conductor of heat. This good conductor of heat, for example, silver, copper, aluminum, brass, nickel. These are the good conductor material. And this material also the good conductor of electricity. Now we define the another definition called thermal conductivity. Thermal conductivity. Thermal conductivity. The thermal conductivity in case of solid, the thermal conductivity of solid is measure of the ability of the solid to conduct heat through it. That is called the thermal conductivity. The good conductors having high thermal conductivity, and the bad conductors having low thermal conductivity. Thermal conductivity means if we heated the solid material and the heat is conduct by this material, and the rate of that conduction is called the thermal conductivity. In case of good conductor of heat, the good conductor of heat having high thermal conductivity, and the bad conductor of heat having very low conductivity of heat. Now, if we consider the rigid rod, suppose this is the rigid rod of suppose length x. This is the rigid rod or metal rod. This is we consider metal rod of length x, and suppose we given to hit at one end of that rod. Now, before we given the heat of that rod, the temperature of both the end is same. If we heated the first end of this rod, its temperature is T1, and the temperature of another end is same T2. Suppose we heated the one end of that rod, its temperature T1 is increases, and sometime the heat is transferred to this end to another end, and slowly the heat is transferred one end to another end. If we compare the temperature T1 and T2, this end acts as a hot end and this acts as a cold end. Hence, the temperature T1 is greater than T2. Hence, we define the temperature gradient. The temperature gradient is nothing but the change in temperature, that is T1 minus T2 per unit the distance of the given rod. That is, temperature gradient is equal to T1 minus T2 divided by x. This is called the temperature gradient. The temperature gradient is the fall of temperature with distance between the end of rod in the direction of flowing of heat. This is called the temperature gradient, or temperature gradient can be defined as change in temperature between two ends of rod per unit the distance of the rod or length of the rod. Hence, the temperature gradient is nothing but T1 minus T2 divided by x, where T1 is the temperature of hot end and T2 is the temperature of cold end. Now, we define the coefficient of thermal conductivity. Coefficient of thermal conductivity. Now we consider same rod. Suppose we consider metal rod of length x. X is the length of rod, length of metal rod. Now, suppose this is the A, is the cross section area, of rod. Now T1 and T2 with the temperature of the two end of that rod, that is T1 is the temperature at first end and T2 is the temperature of second end. Suppose we assume that this is the hot end and this is the cold end. याचा अर्थ असा आहे की आपण ह्या टोकाला उष्णता दिली, ह्या टोकाला उष्णता दिली नाही, म्हणजे ह्या टोकाचं टेम्परेचर जास्त असेल, दॅट इज T1 ग्रेटर दॅन. नाव जर आपण ह्या टोकाला उष्णता दिली, तापवलं येतो, तर हळूहळू उष्णता ह्या टोकाकडून त्या टोकाकडे फ्लो होते along the direction of length or along the direction of this rod. म्हणजे हळूहळू हा जो रॉड आहे इकडे उष्णता ह्या टोकाला वाहून येणार आहे आणि खूप वेळानं असं आपल्या लक्षात येईल की हे उष्णता एका टोकाकडून दुसऱ्या टोकाकडे कधीपर्यंत जाईल, जोपर्यंत दोघांचं टेम्परेचर सारखं होणार नाही. पण आता सध्या काय केलं आपण की ह्या टोकाला उष्णता दिली, म्हणजे याचं टेम्परेचर जास्त आहे ह्या टोकाला. नाउ वी डिफाइन द coefficient of thermal conductivity. Now the amount of heat or quantity of heat, that is we say that Q, the quantity of heat is given to this rod, then this quantity of heat, it is experimentally observed that, or it is experimentally found that the amount of heat or quantity of heat is given to that rod is directly proportional to area of cross section of the rod. is directly proportional to area of cross section of rod, and it is also directly proportional to temperature difference between two ends of the rod. And this is also directly proportional to time for which the heat is given to that rod, and this amount of heat is inversely proportional to length or distance x. The amount of heat, number one, is directly proportional to area of cross section. It's directly proportional to, or we write separately, the amount of heat is directly proportional to A, that is area cross section of rod. This Q, amount of heat, is directly proportional to temperature difference between 2 points of rod, and this Q is directly proportional to time. म्हणजे आपण त्या रॉड मधून किती वेळा उष्णता पास केली. Q is directly proportional to T, means time, and Q is inversely proportional to distance between two ends of that rod. Now we write in combined. The Q is directly proportional to A, T1 minus T2, T, and inversely proportional to X. Therefore, Q is equal to some constant K, A, T1 minus T2 into T divided by X, where this K is constant and this K is called coefficient of thermal conductivity. This K is called the coefficient of thermal conductivity, or this can be written as the value of K is determined. Suppose from this equation, Q into X is equal to K A T1 minus T2 into small t. Therefore, find out the coefficient of thermal conductivity, that is K is equal to Q into X divided by A T1 minus T2 into T. Using this formula, we calculate the coefficient of thermal conductivity, where K is coefficient of thermal conductivity, Q means amount of heat, X means distance between or length of rod, A area of the cross section of rod, T1 minus T2 is the temperature difference between two rods, and T is the time at which or for which the heat is supplied to the rod or to the metal rod. This is the formula of coefficient of thermal conductivity. The coefficient of thermal conductivity can be defined as the amount of heat per unit area, per unit temperature difference, and the per unit time. This is the coefficient of thermal conductivity of heat. Now, we also obtain the SI unit and dimension of coefficient of thermal conductivity of heat. The SI unit of coefficient of thermal conductivity is given as joule per second per meter into degree Celsius. Joule per second meter degree Celsius is the SI unit of this K, and the dimension the dimension of K is L1, M1, T minus 3, K minus 1. This is the dimension of coefficient of thermal conductivity. Also, we discuss the small topic called thermal resistance. Thermal resistance. This thermal resistance given as RT. RT notation gives the thermal resistance. We know that the resistance in case of electricity, the resistance opposes the current in the given circuit. And we discuss the thermal resistance. म्हणजे उष्णता आपण एखाद्या रॉड मधून पास केली तर त्याला विरोध करणारा कोण असेल तो घटक that is called the thermal resistance. Now we know that the component called conduction rate, that is P conductor. This P conductor gives the conductor rate or conduction rate. The conduction rate can be given as P conduction is equal to Q upon, using this formula Q upon T, this is called the conduction rate. P conduction is equal to Q upon T, and this can be written as K into A T1 minus T2 divided by X, or this can be written as K into A T1 minus T2 upon X is equal to P conductor. Now you obtain the thermal resistance. Now rearrange the term, that is P conductor is equal to T1 minus T2 into bracket T1 minus T2 we say that rearrange this Ka into T1 minus T2 upon X is equal to P conductor, or this can be written as T1 minus T2 T1 minus T2 divided by P conductor, or this is equal to X upon K into A. This equation, above equation, can be rearranged in this way, that is T1 minus T2 divided by P conductor, which is equal to X upon K, and this is called thermal resistance. Therefore, thermal resistance RT is given as X upon K into A, where X is the distance of rod, K means coefficient of thermal conductivity, and A means area of cross section of rod. Or this can be written as RT is equal to T1 minus T2 divided by P conductor. That is, the thermal resistance can be given as T1 minus T2 means change in temperature between two end of rod per unit the conduction rate of the thermal conductivity. This is the about thermal resistance. RT is equal to X upon Ka and RT is equal to T1 minus T2 divided by P conductor, that is, this is the conduction rate or ratio. Now last we discuss some applications of thermal conductivity. The first application of thermal conductivity is in cooking. जे पहिलं त्याचा उपयोग आहे किंवा पहिलं त्याचं ॲप्लिकेशन आहे हे किचनमध्ये कुकिंग करताना जे आपण साहित्य वापरतो हे साहित्य दिस कुकिंग मटेरियल इज मेड फ्रॉम metals, but some material having handles, and this handle is made from bad conductors such as wood, plastic. जे आपण स्वयंपाकघरामध्ये कुकिंग करताना जे साहित्य वापरतो ते सर्व मेटलपासून बनवलेले आहे, परंतु त्यांचा जो हँडल असतो जिथं आपण हाताने पकडतो तो भाग हा बॅड कंडक्टरचा असतो. म्हणजे तो एकतर त्या ठिकाणी लाकूड वापरलेलं असेल किंवा प्लॅस्टिक मटेरियल वापरलं असेल की जे नॉन कंडक्ट करणारं आहे किंवा जे बॅड कंडक्टर असेल तर त्याचा फायदा काय होतो त्या मटेरियलमुळं की जरी आपण तो एक टोक त्या साहित्याचं त्या कुकिंगमध्ये हिट झालं असेल तरी दुसऱ्या टोकाला नॉन कंडक्टिंग मटेरियल असल्यामुळं आपण ती हीट आपल्यापर्यंत किंवा आपल्या हातापर्यंत पोहोचू शकत नाही.